Malcolm Gladwell's book Outliers suggests success is not completely within your control. Factors such as where you were born and your genetics are very influential, but they aren't decisions you got to make. And genetics plays a crucial role within the fitness industry and sporting world. Look at UFC champions like John Jones, likely already the hardest worker in the room, but also gifted with that tremendous reach. Look at Yuri Van Gelder or Brendan Wynn. Beasts on the still rings, envious physiques, but also the perfect height and proportions for bodyweight strength. Look at Jesse James West, YouTube success, millions of views, and genetically the most punchable face in the fitness category. You can't train for those God-given attributes, so why do so many of us look to these people for fitness advice? When you perform a physical feat, the result is obvious. Squat 200 kilos, hold an iron cross. If someone promised to teach you X, they could also demonstrate X. It should only increase our certainty that they know what they're talking about, right? The problem with this is individuality. Elite athletes and influencers spend a lot of time on themselves, developing their skills or their body. Their experiences involve unique circumstances, with training that's tailored to their age, genetics, training history, and the time they have available. When an athlete tries to coach average adults, a big tell is their lack of awareness that you're not them. A handstand can be demonstrated flawlessly by an elite gymnast, but exercises to strengthen the traps and open up the shoulders are rarely mentioned because the gymnast was never that weak or tired. An influencer could have a great physique, detail their diet, provide a list of tenets, but fail to reveal their stack or how they avoided gyno. The athlete or influencer can tell you everything that works for them, but the problem is you're not them. Athletes can be great coaches, but what makes a great coach is not how far they progressed in their own sport, but their ability to find the right path for each person. And that involves many factors outside of this worked for me, so it should work for you. The general public is easier to coach simply because something's better than nothing, but this is also where we get our biggest gap in information exchange. Before the general public even thinks about hiring a qualified fitness professional, they're going to jump online, they're going to see who has the most accomplishments, the best physique, or the funniest personality, and follow their content. It's just so much more accessible. I'm from the world of calisthenics, and in this world, the best are shorter guys with small legs. The ones that work the hardest mixed with those right genetics will ascend to the top. But advice from these guys will not be as helpful as advice from those that didn't have those genetic advantages. That's why I'd put advice from Tom Merrick, Daniel Vadnal, or myself for the average bodyweight enthusiast above advice from accomplished athletes like if Chen Yibing gave a seminar, although I'd still attend that seminar. So how do you find a good coach and effective training advice? Well, one thing you can do is ask yourself how much of this information is based on experience helping others, and how much is it based on just what worked for them? What I'm saying is not black and white. There's exceptions to everything I've said, and I think people can do what they want, and I definitely don't want to vilify any elite athletes. I'm just for educating the consumer. The main points I want to leave you guys with is how an athlete performs is not reflective of their ability to write or provide relevant programming for you. How an influencer looks is not indicative of the effectiveness of their programs, supplements, or diet plans. And the best guidance will come from those that work with a lot of individuals from a similar demographic to you, or are themselves from a similar background. Now, if I've got you interested in coaching, check out how I'd coach professional climber Magnus Meatboat to his first true iron cross.